I pull out the extension cord to reach the loving couple and plug in the drill first. I quickly yank the duct tape from their mouths, pulling flesh with it. They both cry out in pain. Well, which one of you cruel, heartless pieces of shit wants to go first? I ask darkly, knowing full well I intend to start with the woman first.
Don't you like what you see? I'll do everything you want if you let me go.
She says, trying to sound seductive, but she just sounds pathetic. And she didn't even think of her hubby. Selfish bitch. Her thick makeup is caked on her face along with snot and tears, and her braless state made her sagging breasts look like fried eggs on a board. Sure, what's not to like? An aging whore with floppy tits? Bitch, you make me sick. I wouldn't fuck you if you were the last woman on earth and I had 10 garbage bags for protection. But I will have my merry fucking way with the both of you. I decide to go for the scalpel. I start to chuckle insanely. I walk in front of her and tape their mouths again. Can't have the neighbors hearing and calling the cops. Why, that would ruin my fun. I state cheerfully, you think you're hot, don't ya? To borrow a line from a friend, let's make you beautiful. I say, giggling insanely now as I hold up the weapon, the sickly yellow light from the bare bulb hanging from the ceiling, making the dark edge of the sharp blade shine and glint evilly. 'Cause, seriously, bitch, you can't get much worse. I make the first cut across her forehead and she starts to scream. Though they are muffled through the tape, her screams sound glorious. I continue my work carving the word whore into her forehead. So slowly, dragging out her pain. Makeup and tear streaks track on her skin, making the operator's symbol I carve on her cheeks even more painful. I drop the scalpel on the dirty floor and pick up the drill, growing bored with her pitiful, mewling cries. I want more of a reaction. I press the drill lightly against her right collarbone and turn on the machine. She's sobbing and screaming now. I apply enough pressure to slowly and painfully break the small but very sensitive bone. Then I do the same to the other side. Now her screams are a symphony to my ears, making something inside me sit up and beg for more. So, I press the drill against her right shoulder joint and drill deep, straight through muscle, tendon, and bone. She starts to lose consciousness, so I slap her as hard as I can. Even the pain in my hand feels so good. I want her wide awake for what's next. She comes to, eyes wide. You awake now, or should I hit you again? You really seem to enjoy getting smacked around. Well then, let's get kinky, shall we? She tries to say something through the tape. I can't understand her, and right now I don't give two fucks what she says. I'm having more fun than I have had since I don't know when. I push the drill into her left shoulder and think of a new way to torture her. I grab the pliers and look at her pretty, expensive manicure. Oh, look, you broke a nail. Let me fix that for ya. I say with the pliers. I yank off her nail, taking skin and all. The sight of the blood pushing me further over the edge. I'm cackling demonically now. I start singing This Little Piggy as I rip out each nail on both hands. When I run out of nails, I grab the wire cutters and cut off the fingers down to the knuckle. Each finger on both hands. Aw, I ran out of piggies, I say, laughing about what's next. But wait, you got toes! I yank all the nails from both her feet, walk over and pick up a plank, 2 nails and a hammer. I place the board under her feet and pound a nail straight through the top of both feet and into the board. I then grab the saw and take each toe down to the foot. She's really screaming and blubbering pathetically now. I look at her and something inside me just snaps. This is for those innocent children you tried to destroy. This is for every time they went hungry. This is for every tear they have cried because of you. For every time you made them feel less than human. And every bruise they suffered from you, you drunk, skank-ass bitch. This is your judgment day. You have been weighed and measured and found very fucking lacking. I pick up the hammer off the floor and proceed to bash in her skull. She stops moving, and I look over at the man still waiting for my attention in the other chair. It's your turn now, I say with pure menace filling my voice. I pull the tape from his mouth. Beg me. What? You heard me. Beg me for your miserable life. You sorry excuse for a man. You know what I think? The only time you can get it up is when you're beating someone. He's openly weeping now. I told her I didn't want those little brats around, but she wanted the child support. I told her to let their daddy have 'em. I swear. as if that excuses the way he hurt them and treated them like shit. I tell you what, asshole, if you can get by me, you can go free. He's too frightened to move as I use my knife to cut the ropes. Oh, I know you won't. He looks relieved and gets out of the chair. This guy must be simple. I block his path and he tries to go around me, and I trip him, his head making solid contact with the floor. I kick him as hard as I can and hear the satisfying sound of his ribs breaking. So, you like hitting defenseless women and little children, huh, big boy? I swear to God, I'll never do it again. Please, please don't kill me. Aw, I know you won't. He's trying to crawl across the floor, so I stomp down on his wrist, hearing the bones crunch under my heels. His screams are just as beautiful as the woman's and bring me such dark joy. I see the faces of those kids that had to deal with this scumbag, and I think of the most horrifying thing. The oldest little girl is 10 going on 11 and very pretty. If he could do all those other things to them, what's to stop him from touching her? It's not like her pillhead, drunk-ass mom would try to protect her. So I ask him, you ever try to make time with that oldest? She's kinda cute. No, never. I don't believe you. So I kicked him again. Did you ever even fantasize about her while you were fucking that? And I point to his now deceased wife, slumped over in the chair next to him. Remember, I'll know if you're lying to me. I see his eyes widen in fear.